All right, today we are jumping into the psychology of real wealth, pulling out the biggest ideas from the book, Rich from the Inside Out. We're going to look at why so much of the financial advice you hear just doesn't stick and find out what really moves the needle. So let's kick things off with a question that I'm guessing has probably crossed your mind. I mean, we've all been there, right? You save, you budget, you try to invest, you follow all the rules, but for so many of us, nothing really changes. So what is going on here? Well, here's where the book drops a pretty big bombshell. It says that building wealth is only about 20% strategy, the how-to stuff like budgeting. The other 80%, that's all psychology. It's not about what you're doing, it's about what you're thinking. And that 80-20 split, well, it's the real reason behind what we can call the financial frustration. It's this invisible force that just keeps people feeling completely stuck. It's that feeling, isn't it, of doing all the right things on paper, but you're just not getting anywhere. You're running the plays from the financial playbook, but you're still trapped in this loop of stress and scarcity. It's kind of like you're flooring the gas pedal in your car, but you left the emergency brake on. Lots of noise, but zero movement. So what is this emergency brake? The book calls it your inner wealth blueprint. I want you to think of it like the hidden software, the deep internal programming that's secretly running your entire financial life behind the scenes. This blueprint is essentially your internal money map. It's this whole collection of your deepest beliefs, your sense of identity, and all that subconscious conditioning you've picked up about wealth. And this map, it quietly guides every single financial decision you make, often without you even realizing it's happening. So where did we even get this map? Well, it's been drawn for us our entire lives. It comes from stuff we overheard our parents say about money, maybe things like, money doesn't grow on trees. It's shaped by our own wins and losses. All of these experiences basically install our financial operating system, and from then on, it just runs on autopilot. And this quote just nails it perfectly. The number in your bank account, the opportunities you either see or miss, that stress you feel, it's all just a mirror, reflecting your inner world back at you. If you want to change the reflection, you can't just polish the mirror. You have to change the person standing in front of it. Okay, so let's zoom in on one of the biggest bugs in this internal software, the scarcity mindset. This thing is a mental trap, and it keeps millions of people from ever getting ahead. Now, the book is super clear about this. Scarcity is not about the amount of money you have. It's a mindset. It's a filter you see the world through, one that convinces you that there's never enough, that opportunities are rare, and that you have to constantly be on the defensive just to survive. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. Look at the thinking on the left. It's all focused on problems, right? The scarcity mindset is always asking, what if it goes wrong? It's obsessed with avoiding risk. But that high-value thinking on the right, it's all about solutions. It asks, okay, how can this work? It's searching for the opportunity hidden inside the challenge. So, if our internal blueprint is the problem, what's the solution? Well, it's not about trying harder with the same old broken strategies. It's about consciously deciding to upgrade your financial identity itself. And this distinction is absolutely crucial. A positive mindset, sure, that might attract some money here and there, but real, lasting wealth, that follows your identity. Wealth isn't something you chase. It's something that is drawn to you because of the person you have become. And you can see the huge difference right here. The survival identity on the left is playing defense. It's all about avoiding loss, staying small, staying safe. But the wealth identity on the right, that's pure offense. It's asking, how can I expand? How can I create more value? It always, always chooses growth over comfort. So how do you do it? The book actually gives us a clear 3-step game plan. First, you get crystal clear on who you want to become. Then, second, you start aligning your habits. Every smart financial choice you make is like casting a vote for that new identity. And third, you rehearse it every single day through your actions and your thoughts until it stops being an act and just becomes who you are. And all of this whole process, brings us to the most important takeaway. It's the central idea that gives the book its name. At the end of the day, trying to fix your finances just by changing your actions, budgeting a little harder, is like trimming the brown leaves off a dying tree. Sure, it might look a little better for a minute, but you haven't fixed the real problem. Lasting change only happens when you go to the root. And the root of your financial life is your identity. So we'll leave you with this thought. This whole quest for wealth, it isn't really an external chase for more money. It's an internal journey of becoming a different person. So the most important question you can ask isn't, what do I need to do to get rich? But rather, who do I need to become?